Now I'm going to introduce Christina Meek. She's the award chair this year and led the search committee for our 2013 Communicator of the Year. She's going to introduce our speakers and give a quick update about our Vox Awards that will be coming up later this spring. So, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Just a quick announcement. You'll notice in your seats there was a flyer about the Vox Awards deadlines that are coming up. The early is February 8th. We have the regular February 15th and the late February 22nd. So you can visit our website for entry guidelines and categories and forms. So we're going to get the program started, but before we have our speakers, in addition to our distinguished guest speakers, we're honored to have Greater Memphis Chamber President and CEO John Moore here to honor one of Memphis's best business leaders, so thank you for being here today. We have a very exciting program for you today. Before we get to our guest speakers, Duncan Williams' marketing team, with the help of Walker & Associates and Running Pony Productions, has put together a great little video for you, and I think you'll enjoy this.
Welcome to the PRSA Communicator of the Year presentation. Today we honor a man who has dramatically raised the profile of his company through meaningful community events, corporate sponsorships, entertaining social media efforts, community service programs, and so much more. Let's meet Duncan Williams, president of the fast-growing, Memphis-based investment company, Duncan Williams, Inc.
Anyone who knows me knows that I love Memphis, and that's a big reason why so many of our company's communication efforts revolve around some of the city's most unique events. Take Indie Memphis, for example. Eric and his team are just so incredible, and they're great ambassadors to this city.
Duncan, as a film expert, well, he did graduate from Alabama, and Forrest Gump went to Alabama, so, and actually I saw him at the Paradiso just, I think, last week.
And then there's the Live at the Garden concert series. It's almost impossible for me to go anywhere in Memphis without somebody mentioning the funny web videos we did or telling us how much they appreciate what we do to support the series.
Yes, I would say he's an energetic supporter. But let me tell you, the success of that Saturday in the Park video has created a monster.
Saturday in the Park.
He's actually pressing us hard to book him and his staff as one of our featured acts in 2013.
My dad was a great influence on me growing up, but I honestly have to say that my mom has probably influenced me more to make me the man I am today. There's no question that she's my hero.
Greatest influence? Yes, that was me.
The 2012 Communicator of the Year, Duncan F. Williams.
Yeah, Duncan's support has let us take our little Midtown secret film festival and turn it into a truly world-class event that we've really made a showcase for Memphis.
When I heard that Duncan, my son, who's always been a great communicator, was named Communicator of the Year, business-wise, I thought how awesome, because that's who he's always been.
Yeah, I think for us, one of the things that was key is him being able to help us get our message out and give us kind of legitimacy to all of Memphis, whether it was through billboards or social media. It's really been instrumental in helping to help us expand our viewership and our attendees.
Yeah, I think Duncan's one of the next generation of leaders for Memphis. I know that Memphis means a lot to him, and I know he's invested and passionate about seeing the city succeed and the people in it succeed.
He's just brought our company out into the community more and the community into our company more, and it's just been a great experience for all of us.
Duncan, from all of us at Indie Memphis, thank you for all you do, and congratulations. Oh, and Roll Tide.
That was great. To hear more about Duncan's work in the community, our first guest speaker is Nancy Coffey. Since 2006, Nancy has been president and CEO of New Memphis Institute, formerly the Leadership Academy. This organization is working to forge a vital and prosperous New Memphis by attracting, developing, activating, and retaining talent. Previously, Nancy was program officer at the Council on Foreign Relations in Chicago, and her work there landed her on the cover of Newsweek as the face of Generation Global. She has been named to the Memphis Business Journal's Top 40 Under 40 and were included in their inaugural Superwomen in Business. She was recently named one of the 12 who made a difference in 2012 by the Commercial Appeal. Let's give a warm welcome to Nancy.
Thank you very much, Christina. What a privilege to have the chance to introduce my dear friend Duncan. It's great to see so many of you guys here today to celebrate the great recognition, of course, Duncan's amazing wife, Abby, and mom, Carolyn, and his team. Wave so they can see you, how fabulous you all are. In our office, we keep a running list of what makes Memphis so special. So it's concepts like entrepreneurial, authentic, caring, warm, generous, friendly. We know how to work hard and play hard, too. We're a city that's got a lot of Southern charm and a little bit of Delta grit. The Communicator of the Year award is given to the leader who really tells a story powerfully of his own organization, but even more than that, tells a story of what makes Memphis great. Duncan communicates so effortlessly about what makes Memphis great because he embodies that greatness. Authentic, entrepreneurial, innovative, creative, willing to take risks, warm, generous, friendly. He knows how to work hard and play hard too. He is certainly oozing with Southern charm and probably more than a little bit of Delta grit. All of this is wrapped up in the man who is Duncan Williams. So the financial services industry can be pretty formal, maybe stodgy, sometimes rule-bound. As you just saw in this great video, Duncan brings this creative, youthful energy, this willingness to take risks that totally breaks through. He puts the fun in everything he does. He's that rare combination of a man who doesn't take himself too seriously, but he does take his responsibilities very seriously. My mom always said, good things happen to good people. And Duncan's recognition today totally proves that truism. Those of us who have worked with Duncan have had a chance to see this goodness firsthand. When he commits to something, he is all in. And so for what that means for us at the New Memphis Institute is we have the benefit of his dedication and his leadership, but most of all, his absolute passion for making Memphis attractive to the next generation. When he was chairing our organization several years ago, we were sitting around the table thinking, what can we as a community do to make ourselves magnetic to the best and the brightest young people? And Duncan says, why don't we reach out to those who are already in our community interning, those who are here for the summer, give them a chance to plant some of the million new trees, the chance to meet the mayor one-on-one, the chance to connect with each other socially. Whatever we do, let's keep it fun and keep it real. His brainchild was the birth of what we now call Memphis the Summer Experience. But his great ideas didn't stop there. The next summer, he hires his own some 20 interns for his firm. And just last year, he launches the Financial Advisors Training Program, also called the FATP, or the FATP, I'm informed. So for the FATP, he and his colleagues set out to find young people who, like Duncan, have everything it takes to be a financial expert and also have a huge heart to serve the community. He recruits these 30 young folks to his firm, and he gives them the opportunity to learn the trade and the requirement to serve. Duncan is absolutely passionate that these young people all find that place on the continuum where their urge to serve meets a significant community need, and he's giving them all a chance to make a real difference. This is absolutely revolutionary, to do that so early in their careers and really make it a requirement. What makes the FATP so special is that these young people have the chance to see how it's really done when it's done well. To watch a true leader, authentic, generous, entrepreneurial, a risk taker, creative, someone who's caring and warm, who knows how to work hard and play hard too. Duncan's mom, Carolyn, in the video, I think said it so powerfully. She said that this award recognizes who he already is, who he has always been. Just by being who he is the most powerful ambassador for our community that I have ever known. He doesn't just speak about it, he does it, and he does it well. Congratulations on this recognition.
Thank you. Our next guest speaker really needs no introduction, but we're honored to have him here today, so I'm going to tell you about some of his accomplishments. Mark H. Luttrell Jr. took office as Shelby County Mayor on September 1st, 2010. Before he was elected into office as mayor, he was elected as sheriff in 2002 and again in 2006. Under his tenure as sheriff, the Shelby County jail system received national accreditation, by the American Correctional Association during his tenure. As sheriff, he also graduated from the FBI National Executive Institute and was named Sheriff of the Year by the National Sheriff's Association. Most recently, we have seen Mayor Luttrell continue his desire to help Shelby County become one of the most effective and efficient counties in the nation. As mayor, he received the Bobby Donovan Public Service Award in 2010 for extraordinary service for the citizens of Shelby County. His continued leadership and collaboration with other civic and business leaders has helped make our community one of the best business climates in the nation, helping to bring thousands of jobs and capital to our area. To introduce our award winner today, let's give a warm welcome to Mayor Luttrell.
Well, thank you, Christina, and I appreciate so much the introduction. I wish on that video there we had omitted the picture of Mayor Wharton and myself with the lipstick. You know, it's interesting, I had that done, I thought in fun and jest, and I didn't tell my wife about it. And someone saw it on YouTube or wherever, and they called her up and said, "Pat, guess what we just saw?" So that night was a difficult night for me when I got home to explain that. And this is just a very vivid reminder of that. But what a wonderful time that was, Duncan, and a great idea. You didn't have to live through what I did that night, but nevertheless, such a wonderful tribute today for a person that really is very deserving of the tribute of what we're all about: communications, presentation, public relations, really promoting what's good about our community. Duncan, you've been a good friend to me personally, but I think even more so a great friend to our community and all that we stand for. You know, one of the things that I enjoy most about my job as county mayor is to do things like this, where I can get out in the community. I can talk to groups about people who have made a significant difference, not as public officials, not as elected or highly appointed officials, but of citizens in our community that through their passion and their commitment to all that's good have committed themselves to the betterment and the progress of all that we appreciate about Memphis. And Duncan, for that reason, I appreciate the opportunity to come forward and say a few words on your behalf, and certainly to congratulate you personally. Because I'm one that believes very strongly that we have so much good about our community that deserves to be promoted and that needs to be emphasized by all of us. And I hope that through your various professions that you all will embrace that. Because in spite of all that's good about our community, there are people in our community that don't think as positively about our future, that don't give us the credit that we're due. We have so many great amenities in this community. We have things like Indy Memphis. We have the great downtown area that's continuing to evolve with the Forum and the professional sports that we have. We have great collegiate institutions, expanding Green Line opportunities, a world-class zoo, and it just goes on and on and on of those things that are so positive about our community. But the thing that holds us back is not the issues of crime and economic development or education. Those are issues that we find common throughout America, in urban America. But what I think holds us back are those people who are constantly emphasizing the negative and the pessimistic side of all we're about. And folks, that indeed is a challenge for you, because those are the folks that hold us back from the standpoint of promoting our community, of really selling our community to ourselves. It's what causes us, in the eyes of some, to be slipping back as opposed to moving forward. So to highlight the great work of Duncan and so many others in our community is truly, truly a signal event. Duncan has been so instrumental with the New Memphis Institute, the Chamber of Commerce, St. Jude Hospital, the Memphis Grizzlies, and it goes on, the imprint and the fingerprints that he has on so many of these issues. Just recently, a sponsor of Live at the Garden, the Dragon Boat races. We just saw his involvement with Indy Memphis and all that's good there. You know, I asked Abby just a few moments ago, said, Abby, is there anything that I can add to my presentation? She says, don't believe everything you hear. She said, he's even better than that. Is that correct, Abby? Did I get that right? But Duncan, truly, you have been an ambassador for our community. I think you've been a role model for those who do emphasize what's good about Memphis and the potential that we have for the future. We are indeed a great community, and it takes ambassadors like Duncan Williams to really remind us of how great we are, what our potential is, and what our challenges are going forward. I would hope that each of us would leave here today inspired by the great work that this man has done, of the standard that he's set for all of us, and certainly reminding us that indeed Memphis and Shelby County is a city on the hill that has so much to offer across the United States. With that said, I'm certainly honored and eager to present to Duncan Williams the 2013 Public Relations Society of America Communicator of the Year Award. Duncan.
Thank you, and let me first say that I'll be hosting another luncheon tomorrow. If we can keep saying these nice things, I'll do it every day. Obviously, I will say that, and I think I've mentioned this before when I was talking to this group, that winning an award like this is a big thing for me personally. You know, I majored in marketing coming out of college, and grew up in obviously the finance world, but marketing is something that I truly love, and truly in my next life to come, you know, maybe I'll be sitting out there doing the same things y'all are doing. And so thank you for all y'all do, first off. Anytime you win an award that individuals like DeArmie Bailey and Dr. Scott Morris and Fred Jones and Arnold Pearl have won, it obviously means a lot. I would imagine most of my English teachers in high school and college would be totally shocked that I'm winning any kind of Communicator of the Year award. So that being said, first off, obviously, I want to thank Mom for all her support. I'm not going to actually make eye contact right now because it may end up being a shorter speech than I want it to be. But obviously, for all her support over the years, it's just an unbelievable what she allows me to do. And I say in, you know, most of my talks that I give that you know, I'm still on allowance and I still love her very much. So, Mom, thank you. Obviously, to Abby, it's impossible to run a company like we do without the support at home, and really before we started our whole growth effort, you know, Abby was the one who said, you know, this is your dream, it's what you want to do, so it's her dream also. So Abby, thank you for everything you do. To my management team that's mostly here, thank y'all, because if y'all weren't willing to take the message that we're doing and send that throughout the office, it would just kind of fall on deaf ears. So to all of y'all, thank you very much. To my marketing team, or to the company's marketing team, Gary, Reagan, and Jack, I mean, I can't tell you what a great job y'all have done. I'm up here receiving this award, but it's really because of, obviously, the thought and belief and, you know, kind of thinking away from the normal financial company that we're here doing what we do. So to all of y'all are just doing one hell of a job, and I appreciate it. To a little special thanks also to Red Deluxe, Walker, Run and Pony. It's been a lot of fun doing what we're doing. I'm not going to say the videos. When I first showed up, you know, I thought I was going to lip sync or whatever, and when I was actually singing, you know, some of the things they don't tell me either. So It's been a really fun year in the last few years of doing all the new projects we're doing. So, like I said, I'm deeply honored to accept this recognition, and I believe communication is one of the most important tools that any of us have. When you have a company with over 200 employees in 14 different cities, if you don't communicate, the company will fail. It all is about communication. But communication is even more than that. How do your customer know you're putting them first? And how do they know they can trust you? And how do they know you're always looking out for them? And you can say that in words, and you can communicate that all you want, but something else has to happen. They have to see it. They have to know it. And also, I'll say, another way of being effective communicating is you always don't have to choose the exact right words, which thank God for that, because I'm not sure I would be as good as a communicator if it was always about my dialogue. Or you don't have to have the most compelling message. Communicating is really about your actions and letting the public see those actions. And as an investment firm, we rely on building trusting customers. We rely on making sure that they know we have their best interest at heart all the time. That's really been our core belief since my father founded the firm in 1969 and still is today. And once again, your actions communicate that. Every single action you do every single day is the most effective communication there is. Every action you take, both as an individual or as a company, is communication to everyone in your community. It tells them your values. It tells them if you're going to keep your promises. Most importantly, it tells them you are more effective. It tells them that you can effectively be a leader in this community, and that's really what we're trying to do all the time in our communication. We put our customers first, and it's a simple message, and you hear it a lot. Not everybody does it. We work with our clients on a daily basis to show them that we actually do care more about them than just their money. And that's been a huge success thing for us. And everything we do, the customer first, and all the marketing meetings and everything we have, it's always we have to continue to show that we're putting the customers first. Our newest campaign, which some of y'all may have seen and you've heard the play words on today, is Do Well. And it speaks directly about who we are as a company. Because if our customers do well, then guess what? Our company will do well, and its employees will do well also. So once again, a very simple, we looked at the Nike thing of just do it, and we said, okay, what's the simple thing you can do and do well? And it has been an overwhelming success. The employees have bought into it. Everything, there's Do Well on the bar soap, I think, if we can get it on there. So it's everywhere we can. But when it really comes down to it, and I think both Nancy and the mayor, both in their great talks, and thank y'all very much, said it, the community is so important to me. And as a company that's headquartered in this city, and really the largest privately held investment firm that is headquartered in this city, it's important that we do things for the community. It's important that our community does well. And so we've made some selections in that. And obviously we have a slant toward the artistic community. And once again, that is something that Eric said it well, that I don't have personally, but that I truly believe every great city that you look back in history has a great artistic community. Obviously, Live at the Garden and the Memphis Indie Film Festival is really where we push that. We believe in having fun, and we believe in doing things a little bit different than most financial firms. And if you look at the Dragon Boat Race, obviously that's been a huge success. Over 15,000 people in Mud Island this year. It was the largest single-day event Mud Island's ever had, and it's just the second year for the event. So another great thing for the downtown area. Once again, Reagan and Gary and Jack have done a great job with that, going out to the restaurants and putting posters up everywhere. The restaurant, even the restaurant community is now wanting to come in and do, special food deals for people who are participating in it. And I think we already have a date next year. Chloe? First weekend of October. So mark your calendars, get your teams together, and come paddle the boat in the Mississippi River. It's pretty fun. Whether it's sponsoring Good News on Fox or the Memphis Business Journal's Top 40 Under 40, we're always communicating about how much we care about the community. And most recently, we've teamed up with the Memphis Grizzlies to become the title sponsor of the Grizzlies Team Up Mentoring Program. And our goal is to help educate and inspire what I believe is our most important asset to this city, and that's the youth of our city. In fact, and I know Jenny and we got the Grizzlies here, but tomorrow I think they will be launching a new program, a new leadership initiative to gather 100 mentors in 50 days. So I know Elliot, I know Jenny are here and be glad to talk with y'all afterwards. And I learned from good marketing people, if you get a chance to plug something, plug it. So Team Up Mentoring Program is a great program. And it's something that we're really proud of. But they're not just messages we're using. These are actions, and they're actions that I'm personally involved in on a daily basis. And then I'm out there rowing boats, and I'm out there, presenting when I can with Jenny and Elliot on anything they're doing for the Grizzlies Mentoring Program. Obviously, if I'll get up and sing live on a video, that will tell you that I'm in the Live at the Garden. I've been lucky to do Indy Memphis the last couple of years to do the award shows, and that has really been, you're talking about an eye-opening thing. It is a heck of a lot of fun. If you haven't been, you need to go. And really, that's why I'm so humbled, I think, to be named Communicator of the Year, because I truly believe that our actions are the most effective and the most meaningful way to communicate. And it's really not just me. It's every person who works so hard at Duncan Williams. Each of them demonstrates every day through their hard work and their actions how much we care about our clients and how much we care about the city of Memphis and Shelby County. So thank you again. It's truly an honor receiving this award. All right, thanks. Sit down, sit down.
Well, thank you, Duncan, so much. We are so thankful that you are here and everyone else. That is the end of our program today. Our regular meetings are the second Wednesday of every month, and you can find out more information about the Public Relations Society of America here locally at PRSAmemphis.org. So thank you very much, and I hope you don't get too wet going home.